Hello guys. So in this video we are going to see about the difference between mutex and semaphore. So mutex is the thread synchronization mechanism and it provides exclusive access of shared resources to the thread. And if we take semaphore is also a thread synchronization mechanism to control the access of shared resources, but which is of finite number. So the shared resource might be of a finite number. So for example, if I have an array of size 3, so 3 threads can access this array at the same time, and each thread will access and modify each index. So here there is no issue. The data will be consistent. But if 4 threads access at the same time, 3 threads can access each index and 4 thread will access what? So the time only issue will come. So that time we can use semaphore. But mutex if we use, only one thread can access. So in this place we can use semaphore. And similarly when we are using thread pool of size 10, that time also we can use semaphore. So thread 10 threads can access at the same time. So thread synchronization will be there. So this is the main difference between mutex and semaphore. So mutex provides exclusive access. So only one thread can access the shared resource. If we use mutex, and semaphore will provide, we can it can provide access to some particular number of threads. It can be any number. It can be one also. So this is the difference between the first difference between mutex and semaphore. And the mechanism used in mutex is lock and unlock. We need to use mutex.lock and mutex.unlock for exclusive access. Whereas in semaphore it is different. It is semaphore.acquire and semaphore.release. So semaphore.acquire and semaphore.release. So this is the mechanism followed in mutex, and this is the mechanism acquire release is followed in semaphore. And whichever thread locks the mutex, the same thread need to unlock the mutex. That is mandatory in case of mutex. But here it's not the case. Any thread can acquire and any thread can release. It's not like whichever thread has acquired, the same thread should release. No, it's not the case. Any thread can acquire and any thread can release. That is one thing, main difference in mutex and semaphore. And locking the mutex is used to lock critical section of the program and to avoid race condition. So this we already know. And so only one thread can access the shared resource at any time. So this we already know in case of mutex. But in semaphore internally will have a counter. Okay, semaphore will have an integer counter defined inside it. So till that number becomes 0, so those many threads can acquire semaphore. Many threads can access shared resource at the same time. So in case of mutex, it is just locking and unlock by same thread. But here semaphore will have an internal counter, and this counter will be incremented whenever we release, and it will be decremented whenever we acquire. So if any thread acquire the semaphore, this count will be decremented, and until it becomes 0, it can be decremented. So if we create an array, and for that array if we create a semaphore of 3, then 3 threads can access. So 3 threads can acquire. So the 4th thread which is trying to acquire, that time if semaphore is 0, the thread will be blocked. So till that number becomes 0, those many threads can acquire mutex and many threads can access the shared resource at any time. So this is some difference between mutex and semaphore. So if any thread encounters mutex.log which is already locked, then the thread will be blocked until it is unlocked. This is in case of mutex. And in semaphore, if any thread encounters a semaphore with counter 0, the counter is nothing but the count which the semaphore internally has. So this if any thread encounters semaphore dot acquire when it is 0, then that thread will be blocked until the semaphore becomes non-zero. Okay, so this is one difference. And a thread can lock the mutex and same thread need to unlock when done. Initially lock should be called only if it is locked. Unlock only if it is called. Unlock should not be called. Okay, so this is one difference. So if you see, thread can lock the mutex and same thread need to unlock it. This we already know. So when initially lock only should be called only if it is locked unlock should be called. So only if it is locked then only unlock should be called. So it is the initially we need to lock then only we need to unlock. That can lock the mutex and same need to unlock. So when it is done initially lock should be called. When done, so I think there is some issue in the statement, so I will correct it now. So a thread can lock the mutex and same need to unlock. Initially lock should be called only if it is locked, then only unlock should be called. Okay, so without locking a mutex we should not call the unlock. If we call we will get runtime error. And if it is locked, even if we called another time lock by the same thread, then deadlock happens. If any other thread is calling lock, then the thread will be blocked. And here any thread can acquire and any thread can release. So here it is not the case. Any thread can call acquire and any thread can call release. So if acquire is called, the counter is decremented, and if release is called, then counter is incremented. So here we can call any function acquire or release at any time by the thread. It will just increment or decrement. Okay. So these are the differences between mutex and semaphore. Thank you guys.